let's see. Let's see if this stuff actually arrives. Alright, I think we're around. Hello? Can everybody hear me? I have not streamed in so long. I have no clue if anyone's even gonna watch this. So, for the record, it is currently 1 a.m. Here. So, this is just gonna be very chill late night hunting. If anyone wants to watch, they can. And if they don't want to, they cannot. And I'm just gonna quickly check that everything came through, that the stream's working. Yeah, we should be fine. Hey, Pokemondo, you love GU? Well, you're in the right place. But yeah, actually, oh shit, wait, I have to quickly put some shit up. Yeah, the chat's all fucked up. Like, I've been trying to get this shit, like, to work. Nope. I've been trying to get this shit, like, to work for a while. And it just never does. It's the most asinine shit in existence. Yeah, go team 1 a.m. Yeah, like, staying up late, kinda goated, though. Hi, from Belgium. Welcome back. Where's your Twitch at, Oceans? Where it's always been, but I don't know. Lately, I haven't felt really up to dealing with Twitch. Twitch has become such a weird and annoying thing. So I decided to just do it on YouTube. You know, just gotta chill out a little. Oh, sure. Gotta make some more bread. Well, you know. Right now, bread isn't the most important thing. Will you play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous? I have no clue what that is, so there's your answer. Probably not. But yeah, this was sort of a very spontaneous thing. Because I realized I stay up late anyway. So I thought, you know, I might as well stream it. So yeah, I'm not gonna be super hyper. This is 1 a.m. and I've already gotten a noise complaint before in this new apartment, so yeah. Just very nice, very chill. If you want to talk to me about something, feel free. I'm not that smart, so I don't know if I'll know anything, but I'll do my best. We gotta get rid of this shit. And yeah, let's get a... Oh, what are we missing? What the fuck are we missing? Weird. Well, anyway. I saw you tweet about Pokemon evolutions. Do you still keep up to date with the Pokemon anime? No. God, no. Every couple years I look into it, and every year I'm equally as disappointed. But no, I don't keep up with it per se. Like I'll check it out if like there are like big changes that they're announcing. But yeah. How's the Black Clover read-through going? It's going so well, I haven't even started. You know, these days I just don't find any time to fucking read or do anything. Like, shit, I've been trying to read Fire Force for God knows how long at this point. And I just don't have the time for it. It's a massive CRPG like Divinity 2, and you can become a mythic hero. Well, damn. Sounds pretty cool. Alright. Oh, also, by the way, I kind of suck complete ass at this game, despite having... I don't even know how many hours in it, so... and for those who know what Monster Hunter is, we're about to enter high rank. As in, I'm just cleaning up some leftover village quests, and then I'm gonna go to a high rank. Hunting is a good way to pass the time? Yeah, for sure. Like, it really, really puts you in, like, sort of a zen mood. At the best of times, obviously. It's not always that therapeutic, right? Fire Goat, I know, though. Fire Force is so good. Like, I might start making videos on it on the channel once I catch up. The problem with catching up, though, is that me and my girlfriend are watching the anime, and it's the first anime she, like, found on her own and wanted to show me. And so, you know, to kind of not mess that up, I'm probably not going to read past where the anime is. I'm mostly reading the manga just to see if the anime changed anything. Do you still have faith in Bones for the MHA anime, or should I give up? At this point, I'd say give up. Season 5 has sucked most of what was good about the anime out of it. Like, it sounds rough, and obviously the people who work on it work very hard, and they're doing the best they can, but TV anime is a bitch, and it was going to catch up to them eventually, and, you know, My Villain Academia, for lack of a better term, fucking sucks in the anime so far. And I know there's people who are going to be very upset upon hearing this, but I'm sorry. Like, you cut out the main antagonists of that arc, like, main introduction scene, you cut out multiple, like, relevant character dialogues, you cut out some of the coolest scenes in the series, and, you know, what are you left with, right? So, you know. Bones comes in clutch for the big scenes. They always do, and I'm sure either next week's episode or this week's episode is gonna be the big one with all the good animators. How different is the anime to the manga for that arc? Like, the plot is the same, but they cut out a lot of, like, small flavor stuff that makes My Villain Academia so good. Like, I think the main quality that makes My Villain Academia work in the manga is how different it is from the other arcs, right? Like, the entire tone has changed. You have sort of a villain versus villain fight. You get the introduction of Redestro and Destro, and his introduction in the anime, in the manga, is so fucking good, and I hate that the anime cut it out. And the anime in general just keeps it too samey. You know, it doesn't help that, again, they cut out Spinner. Like, Spinner is the narrator for My Villain Academia in the manga. In the anime, it's just Deku again. And, you know, couple that with the fact that the anime has always been weak at replicating, or not replicating, but, like, channeling Hori's sort of visual aesthetic. And you just get a weaker product overall, right? Like, it's not that they're not trying, but a lot of factors just kind of come together to make a, like a hurricane of issues. You know, between the fact that the series is stuck on a, you know, children's TV block, the fact that the marketing around the TV show is so heavily centered around the students. The fact that you know, strains in TV production are not anything new. And here's the thing, you know, people know MHA as like a seasonal series, but MHA is produced continuously, as in like they don't take breaks between producing seasons. When the last episode of season 5 is done, they immediately start producing the first episode of season 6, and because of that, it kind of does not get the benefits that you would think from a seasonal production. So yeah, to cut a very long-winded answer short, if you are an anime only for My Hero Academia, absolutely jump onto the manga now. It is just worlds apart. You and Hernie will be good pals. Dude, I fucking love Hernie. Like, he doesn't upload a lot, but he's so cool. His Hunting in the AM video series is actually what gave me the idea for this. Like, Monster Hunter Tube is weird, because you have some really good creators, like, sparse around, but then you have a lot of, like, not bad creators, but just not creators that I personally, like, enjoy. So Hernie's definitely, like, a rare gem for me. Imagine if Mappa fumbles Shibuya. Yeah, that's kind of how My Hero Academia is running out. Like, it's the most anticipated arc for a massive size of the fandom, and they're just not doing it justice whatsoever. It's super sad. But it's also, you know, to show the other side, it's also fucking pathetic that fans have taken to now harass the animators on Twitter and shit. Like, you know, everyone who works on the anime is super passionate about it. I know a couple of them, and they're super nice and super into it. So anytime something happens that you don't like, you can bet your ass they did their best. So, you know, it's not a lack of desire, it's just a lack of realistic... Oh, did we kill him? Awesome. It's just a lack of realistically available resources. Not in the sense of, like, budget or whatever, but in the sense of, you know, time and manpower. Damn, you're pretty close to 100k. Good luck. Thank you, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm surprised that... On one hand, I'm surprised it's taking this long, because I've kind of been at 90k for a while, but on the same time, like, my uploads lately have not been on point. You know, I'll admit that straight up. Like, I've been very busy with uni and moving. This is a new apartment. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm very stoked to get that play button. What time is it over there, Time Traveler? 1 a.m. It is sleepy time. In fact, my girlfriend is already asleep. She has to go to work very early tomorrow, and I don't. So yeah. I can't imagine it's easy to make this current arc in My Hero Academia from COVID and pressure from fans. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, COVID has thrown a spanner into everyone's works. And you know, that's the thing, right? Like, I'm making this video series about showing the differences between the anime and the manga from My Hero Academia, but it's not meant as like, look at how they butchered my boy. Like, I say that at the start of every video. The point is to catalog it for anime onlys to understand what they're missing. But, you know, it is what it is. Production is outside of our hands. There's very little we can do. A lot of the issues that the My Hero Academia anime is facing right now are just like vestiges of issues that have been plaguing the anime industry in Japan for, almost a decade at this point. So, yeah, like, there's just nothing to be done. MVA being a movie would have been super cool. Production-wise, maybe, but the thing I dislike about canon movies is that I get to see them so late. Like, it's a very selfish reason, but I really dislike it when a story does a season first and then a movie, like anime specifically, because then the movie is so hard to actually get your hands on as a Westerner. And, you know, it'll probably be better once it eventually comes around, but I'm impatient, what can I say? Love your vids with Ian. What are you guys' plans when you cover all the arcs in the manga? I don't know. Like, we still have a lot of arcs to go, and there's always new ones, so we'll keep doing it. And I'm sure we'll find a way to keep Ian around on the channel, if he wants to. Because he's a super cool guy. You should definitely check out his content. Like, I know people like watch my videos and they're like, wow, that guy knows MHA, but Ian actually like knows his shit. He is so good at that. Like, one of the videos we did together, he like starts talking about like how the fact that in Overhaul they're underground and then go outside like symbolizes the ascent from hopelessness into hope. And I was sitting there like, oh my god, this man needs to run my channel for me. So good. Joint training was goated in the anime. It was like, that's the thing. Joint training was done pretty well for the most part. Like as you said as well, flashbacks were so bad in it though. Like I have a couple of IRLs that I keep up with the anime with, and one of them I showed season 5 to, and he basically like in no uncertain terms told me at the end of joint training, yeah, this shit isn't hitting anymore. Like between the flashbacks and repeated dialogue, it's just so tedious. And I don't have the heart to tell him that they butchered the best arc in the series. It's so unfortunate, but like what are you gonna do, right? Like you can't go and like complain to anyone, because chances are the only people you can reach are people who really just can't do anything about it. Would you join Rurikan on the Third Fleet podcast? Dude, I would love to be more active in the Monster Hunter community. Like, if anyone wants to talk to me, I would love to talk to Rurikan, Herny, Super Rad, like, super cool people. But it's one of those things where, like, I don't want to, like, force myself into it. Because, like, my Monster Hunter content is very much not a focus. So I really don't, like, I would love to be part of it, but I also don't want to, like, impose, right? The more I went on, the less he believed me about the MHA anime state. Yeah, it's rough. Like, I keep telling my girlfriend about it, and she's always like, it can't be that bad. And I'm like, yeah, it is. What is your fave game right now? Monster Hunter World. Probably. Like, in fact, I played a couple of rounds with my hunting buddy right before I started streaming. So, you know. I am deep into this right now. It also helps that, in case you couldn't tell, this is an emulator. With my new PC, I can emulate, like, literally anything. And that has really opened up the possibilities for gaming. Like, I set up a PlayStation 3 emulator yesterday, and it's pretty cool. I've also just been getting more into, like, the tech side of PC. Like, I made a couple of custom quests for Monster Hunter, a world, so that I can record properly for the next Nature of video. And to do that, actually, what I had to do, I had to download Warframe, because Warframe ships with a DLL file that you need in order to make custom quests in Monster Hunter, but that Monster Hunter doesn't ship with. So I basically, like, I got a game on Steam just to gut it for its data, which felt super techy, even though it's, like, super basic shit. So, yeah. What do you think about the future of the Red Hood manga? Do you think it'll be good? I hope it is. It has the makings of a good shonen manga. And we don't yet... Where the fuck are you going? We don't yet know how well it's tracking with the Japanese audience. So we'll probably know in like 3 weeks. Because I think the popularity polls started last week, so it usually takes about a month. Oh, yeah. So yeah, like, it's always uncertain how these new series are gonna evolve. But if Red Hood gets cancelled, I might just straight up stop reading new series, because it's so annoying. Plans on ever catching up on One Piece anytime soon? Ugh. Like, I juggle that idea in my head, because some of the latest stuff looks really cool. But One Piece is my nemesis when it comes to, like, the way it is structured as a story and as a visual medium. So, you know, kind of whatever. Which Monster Hunter is this? This is Generations Ultimate, the last Monster Hunter for the Switch before Rise. Fun fact, this game came out originally in 2015 in Japan. No, 2017, but then only made it over to the West in 2019. which means that this game originally came out in Japan before World, but then in the West after World, which I think is always super funny. What console is this on? Usually on Switch, but this is an emulator. It will not look this good on a Switch. This is running at 2K and 60 frames per second, mostly. So it looks a little bit better than it would in on the Switch. Yuzu? Yes, Yuzu. Yuzu's so good. Any plans to catch up with Bleach? I'm reading it these days right now. I'm at the fight against Ulquiorra. My problem with Bleach is Kubo's art is so fucking good. Whenever he does like his cover pages for chapters, I just stop reading and want to color it immediately. Okay, we need a Lagiacrus somewhere. Let's see. Oh. Hello, buddy. Hello. Your computer must be a beast. I got a 3070 in here. I'm one of the few people in my country that have a 3070. I got very lucky with the distributor when I built this PC. Yeah. I've been on Mashal and MHA only recently. Mashal is super good. Mashal, I need that anime sometime soon. Laggy, I miss you, my blue boy. Laggy is so cool. In general, I wish more Leviathans made it into the newer games. Because, like, Chinese dragon-looking monsters are always cool. Red Hood ranked 15 on the Shonen table of contents. Yeah, the table of contents means nothing. That's something you need to absolutely, like, ingrain into yourself. The table of contents means jack shit. It is something that pretty much in the early days of, like, leaks, people took to take as the ranking, and that got perpetuated. But the table of contents usually doesn't mean much. Like, MHA was dead last for almost a full year, and it managed. So, you know. Are you a Sword and Shield main? No, I'm a Hammer main, actually. But this is my third playthrough of GU, and I thought, you know, let's do something different. Your thoughts on Kaiju number 8 and Dandan? Kaiju number 8, super cool. The Dandan, I only read one chapter, and I don't think I'll be reading chapter 2. I did not like it. And I know that's maybe controversial, because the Dandan is currently MangaTube's big favorite child. Imagine not being great sword and hunting horn main. Dude, I got my girlfriend into Monster Hunter ever since we've been living together. And she turned into a hunting horn main. Any thoughts on Candy Flurry being cancelled? Has it been confirmed that it's getting cancelled? If so, that is unfortunate, but kind of predictable, because, yeah, shit wrapped up real quick. And I'm sad to see it go, but I'm not like super deep into Candy Flurry. Like, it's fun. It's alright. What was your first experience with Rajang in Monster Hunter? The same as everyone else's. Oh my god, I'm getting fucking destroyed by this fucking monkey. Yeah, the first chapter of Dan 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 is so weird. And it's a bit too weird for me. Like, it, I said it on Twitter, but the Dan Dan feels like Chainsaw Man's toilet humor, but with none of the charm. And that's a real shame, because Chainsaw Man, for all of its weird shit, it was so charming. So, you know, it's unfortunate. Do you read leaks? No. People usually send them to me, and I'm like aware of them. But I make it a point to not tweet about them and not mention them, because, you know, gotta support the industry. Did you ever fight Tempered Furious Rajang? Of course. Furious Rajang in World was the only time I've ever thought genuinely in my life that the person on the other end of VC was gonna have a heart attack. Because, like, he was sweating and screaming, and then suddenly he went, oh dude, I have a metallic taste in my mouth. And I'm like, oh shit, his heart is giving out. Fuck. What do I do? So, you know, it's it's a very different, it was a very different experience, but I cherish it a lot. I never understood how reading leaks is any different than a friend or someone spoiling it for you. Yes, but you need to remember, when a friend spoils something for you, that means that something has probably been out for a while, officially. Leaks are technically not out yet. Like, they're not released officially yet. So, A, spoiling someone through them means spoiling someone on something they could not have had a chance to avoid, really. As long as they stay, like, on the legal side of things, which, you know, that's kind of shitty. And more importantly, by sharing leaks, you perpetuate them, which, you know, in the long term can harm official releases. That has happened in the past, and scanlators are aware of that. Like, what was it? Was it, fuck, what was it? Kengan Ashura, where the scanlators stopped translating it because the official translation was coming out, which I really respect. Like, you know, if something doesn't have an official translation that is, like, available, scanlations, you know, it's what it is. People are going to do what they need to do. But, you know, when you have the Shonen Jump app, it costs $2, you know. Like, now they even accept foreign currencies, which means I can actually pay for it without having to resort to VPNs and shit. You know, it just is the more convenient option than having to deal with crusty fan scans. You know, I can't stop you from reading how you want to read, and I wouldn't want to. All I can do is provide you the information and tell you how I feel about it. What do you think of the latest Jujutsu Kaisen arc? Pretty dope. I know some people are kind of disappointed with the Zenin arc, but, you know, given the circumstances, I'm not too mad. It was fun. Watching this stream really tempting me to go back to playing Monster Hunter again. Monster Hunter is like crack. It's hard to get into. You feel kind of weird while trying, but once it clicks, it has got you by the balls. Yeah, the thing with leaks, right, is that they only make sense when they are more convenient than the official release. And even then, you know, I'm kind of like, eh. But with Shonen Jump, like weekly Shonen Jump specifically, the weekly simul chapters are so easily available, cheap, and we get them earlier than Japan. So, you know, like, at that point you gotta ask yourself, are you really supporting the more convenient option, or are you just, for some reason, really against supporting the official creators? But again, I can't make you do anything. Chainsaw Man the anime? Yeah, Chainsaw Man the anime has a chance to be really good. Mappa is always sort of, but, you know, when you have something like Chainsaw Man, where there's so many talented, like, animators who are so interested in doing it, the stars kind of align. And plus, isn't the action director of the Black Clover anime involved now as well as, like, a permanent staff member? So that's pretty good, dope. I dropped Freedom Unite on PS Vita because I could not deal with the controls and hitboxes. Thomas, I feel ya. Like, people will tell you that the further back in Monster Hunter you get, the better the games get, and that's complete bullshit. Anything before 3 Ultimate is garbage. I'm just gonna tell you that straight away. I still can't get over Studio Bones, more like Bone Me. I needed like a tweet to show that I was upset at the anime for that video. But I couldn't find any of my old ones, and I didn't want to bother looking for like a year of tweets. So I just decided, whatever. Retweeting something real quick. Usually if I tweet something really cryptic, it's because I need a dumb tweet for a video. And I couldn't find like an actual dumb tweet of mine. Alright, Laggy. It's time for you to die. Jujutsu Kaisen had really bad luck with official translations. Well, now it's doing fine. The current translator I haven't heard anything bad about. But yeah, the previous one, that was unfortunate. Monster Hunter got good once it started being on Nintendo consoles. Yes, but also Monster Hunter being on Nintendo consoles has permanently crippled the series. Like, Monster Hunter is one of those things that could have blown up so much earlier if it had been on actual real hardware instead of Nintendo's toaster boxes. But you know. Thoughts on Bones yet again not using tracks Hayashi specifically created for certain scenes? I mean, at this point it's a meme and I don't understand why that keeps happening. But, you know. It is what it is. Hayashi makes bomb music and it's all on Spotify, so we can at the very least enjoy his songs through that. But yeah, like I don't know if like there's been the leaked soundtrack for My Villain Academia, and there's a couple of songs on there that sound phenomenal. But Jesus Christ, I can absolutely assure you, most of them are not going to get used. Let's see. Can we capture you? There we go. Oh. Maybe if you're on the board with manga, but have you considered watching the anime? I started with the anime. And I watched the anime like weekly for, I want to say, a year before I finally decided to drop it. The thing with Boruto is, right, like, I don't hate it as much as I pretend I do. Like, I get into things, I get fired up, and then I say mean things, but, like, Boruto, it's whatever. It is the mediocre sequel to literally the show that got me into not just anime, but series in general. So I was always going to be unfair towards it. And that's kind of that. Like, I'm not going to pretend that it has to make sense. Let's see, the chat's going... I don't know how many viewers we have, but the chat seems pretty lively, which is awesome. Yeah, no, they, Studio Bones has this weird thing where they will ask Hayashi to compile, like, 15 songs for them. Ugh, my foot's falling asleep. They will ask Hayashi to compile 15 songs for them, and then they won't use a single one. Like, dude, the fucking... There's one song that they keep using for everything, like this sort of growling, ooh, danger song, and I fucking hate it by now. I loved it when it was first made, but it's just too much, right? Do you watch reaction YouTubers? I only watch Blindwave. They're the only ones I can stand. Also because they're the only ones I've found that actually watch dubs. I really... You know, I mostly watch anime dubbed these days. I just don't have the patience anymore for subtitles. And most dubs are fine. Isn't this the Freedom Unite village? They reused it. Generation Ultimate is a celebration game. It came out as the 15th anniversary game. And so every single village from previous games, with the exception of 2, are here. You have Poki, which is the Freedom Unite village. You have Yokumo, which is the village for Portable Third. You have Kokoto, which is the village for Monster Hunter 1. And then you have Berna, which is a new village based on Switzerland. So, you know, this is sort of a big celebration game like that. There's like, this is the game with the most monsters. It's like 92 monsters in it. It has so much content. It has arguably the most content out of any Monster Hunter game, which is why I really prefer it. Like, it also has like ultimate attacks, so you can charge up. You've probably seen me do 1 or 2. Not exactly manga, but have you read Solo Leveling? No. I am just terrible at reading things, as I've said before, and that includes webtoons. Yeah, that's a webtoon. Also, we're hunting 2 uncircumcised rods. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the actual word, or if I get demonetized because this is YouTube. What do you think are the best dubs? Nowadays, most dubs are good. Like, I know people are very critical of them because everyone remembers 4Kids. But honestly, most dubs that come out now are pretty good. Like, the only recent dub that I can think of that I thought was very weak was Jujutsu Kaisen. And even there, like, that one's very decent. I just think that considering how much talent was present, it really did not live up to that. Which is a shame. But hey, what the can you do? You look like that dude with the inverse, with the inverse curse technique from Jujutsu Kaisen. That dude is like 60 years old, dude. You sure you want to call me that? It's all good. Do you like the MHA dub? Yeah, for the most part. I think Briner has been progressively getting worse, which is a shame. But I still like him. Like, it's still fine. Oh, shit. I need to... I did a stupid... You can tell, yeah, it's 1:30 a.m. here. So, you know. There we go. Do you think Netflix might negatively impact Stone Ocean's production? No, I don't think so. Netflix has way less influence over production than people want to believe. And that's, you know, both for better and for worse. They can't fuck up a production. They can fuck up the release schedule, which they might with Stone Ocean, but I kind of don't believe so. They seem to know not to fuck with it. But yeah, like, Netflix is not that that crazy in how it influences its own series. Like, most of the anime that's produced for Netflix is not actually produced under supervision of Netflix. So, you know, it's not a big deal. Okay, so we have to kill at least 2 Kezu. What do you think of the Shingeki no Kyojin Attack on Titan anime manga? My last video on Attack on Titan, I said that I felt weird about how it ended, and that persists. Like, I cannot make up my mind on what I think about it. And I'm gonna be honest, that has definitely put a damper on my excitement for part 2 of the final season. Which is a shame, but, you know. I feel like people have sort of fetishized this idea of something being perfect from start to finish, when realistically most things are not. And sure, the ending is a very unfortunate place to divide your fan base, but Attack on Titan was great for 10 whole years, and then the final chapter is, you know, confusing. But I can't really be too mad overall. When are we reading the best manga of our generation, Spy X Family? I'm actually really eager to read it. I feel like especially now that, like, I am a stay-at-home boyfriend and, like, take care of household chores and shit, I'm pretty sure, like, that kind of stuff would appeal to me more. But we'll have to see. As I said, I'm just terrible at keeping up with things right now. Did I not drink a hot drink? There we go. Netflix doesn't really quality check that much. I don't know if it's about quality check. It's that Netflix licenses things in bulk, and then you kind of lose oversight over what you actually have on your site. But I know from behind the scenes interviews and some scoops about The Witcher Netflix that working for Netflix is apparently pretty nice if, you know, the stars align properly. Oh, there we go. Hello, sir. Ugh. RIP anime only, so only came for MH gameplay. Yeah, spoilers, but, you know, I'll try not to say anything too crazy, except for MHA. But the chat, I can't do anything about that. I'd ask you to, you know, stay mindful. But, you know. Almost one here, so I'm gonna head out. Nice stream, though. Thank you, Charge Zuma. Have fun. And I completely messed up that, that ride. I'm still getting to grips. Like, it doesn't matter how much I play GU. The old mounting mechanics are so weird to me. I just cannot get a grip on it. Like, I also keep forgetting which button it is to brace yourself. But yeah, Attack on Titan is just odd. I've seen people compare it to, like, Game of Thrones, and I don't agree. Like, Attack on Titan ending at worst is confusing to me. The ending of Game of Thrones straight up was like, oh, you cared about this shit? That sucks for you, doesn't it? You know, Oceaniz, I actually went to Europe and rode a donkey. I was living the true Steel Ball run. Where the fuck did you ride a donkey here? I mean, where my parents live, we have like a deer farm and an owl farm close to it, but donkeys? I don't know. Are you in touch with the spoilers for Fire Force? I've seen stuff around. Like, I know that something real crazy happens at one point, but that's kind of it. And as I said, I probably won't catch up to the manga anytime soon. Do you still think Hisashi's gonna show up in the manga? No clue. I mean, I hope he does. And if he does, he needs to do that soon because, like, your son has been at war. Can you, like, show up, you fucking deadbeat? Montenegro. Cool. Never been there. For as much as I traveled when I was younger, I've never really gone to, like, around that area. I mostly stayed in either Central Europe or, you know, gone to different continents. I don't know. It is what it is. Mother is a travel fanatic. My parents are both scientists, so, and they went to all of these They went to all of these different, like, international conferences, and they just dragged me along when I was a kid. So I saw a lot of the world thanks to that. So I wouldn't necessarily say same in terms of travel fanatics, but yeah, we traveled a lot when I was a kid. Alright, ultimate. There we go. But yeah, you know, this is surprisingly nice. Like, I thought I was be half dead and that no one would be watching, but it's cool to see that I can just sit here and relax a little at the end of the day. Fighting a giant, circumcised, that which shall not be named. Let's see. I forgot how annoying his auras are in this game. Also, another thing about the My Hero anime that you gotta keep in mind is the situation is kind of like with Pokemon, where the franchise is so big that any one decision is not just made by people making a specific product. It's also made by, you know, shareholders and people who have interests in the other parts of the franchise. Like, for example, you know, an anime season cannot really get delayed if they also have to cross-market, like, you know, cafes and the movies and things like that. So, you know, it's important to keep all of these things in mind. Have you watched Red Gintama? No. And I kind of doubt I will. Comedy manga really do not hit for me. I'm not like a huge comedy guy in general, and it always sounds weird when I say it, but I am really not big on comedy. And oh god, where the fuck did this guy go? Those monsters are taking forever to beat. Well, I'm also not concentrating a lot because it's late, and I'm also like talking. Have you seen Odd Taxi? My sister keeps going on about it, and I've seen people talk about how good it is. So, you know, I might check it out. I can't promise anything. Like, these days I feel like I wake up, I work on YouTube stuff, I work on university stuff, I make sure the house doesn't burn down, and that's a day in the bag. Oceans, keep them paintballs on you. Yeah, I know, I keep forgetting to do it because I... Where the fuck did this guy go? Jesus. Konosuba is the only anime comedy I've read. Konosuba is great. I really like Konosuba. I like, oh fuck, why did I do that? Anyway. Almost forgot Read Like a Man Lady video. Hey, I'm glad people enjoy it. Like, the Character Bites is one of those like weird little ideas I had while doing the laundry. Because I thought, you know, there's no one talking about that kind of stuff. And so I did. Oh, hey Morrigan. Hi. Nice to see the SNC gang here. Yeah, this is not a very fun or hyper stream. I'm really just chilling. Literally just enjoying life. I'm trying to find this fucking penis. Demonetized. But oh well. This wasn't this wasn't the fucking money move anyway. When a video about Gyro from Hunter x Hunter, I made a thumbnail for Alexander for a video on that. So when he gets that out, you can you can look forward to that. But I'm not touching Hunter x Hunter. I don't want to get back into it. Oh my god, dude. Where the fuck is this guy? Do we have a balloon somewhere? Nope. That's annoying. Oh, the first video of mine you watched is Formist Content. That was a fun video. I literally only made that video because Shabes on his Anitube Digest called me out for like not editing my videos enough. And like, I mean, at that point I was very much sort of in conveyor belt mode. So I thought, you know what? He's right. I should like go harder a little bit. When Kazu's asleep, they go in area 3. I don't think he's asleep already. I thought I was in area 3, so let's see. Oh yeah, there he is. I fucking hate this game so much. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, he should be an 8 or 6, I think. Yeah, old gen Monster Hunter, like the paintballs as well, is something that is not a mechanic I miss. Although I will say scout flies are not that much better. Like, scout flies are the opposite of paintballs. Paintballs, it's too easy to like lose the monster. With scout flies, it's too intrusive into the game. Hey Kazu. Really? Are you gonna be in area 5? Old games, but you know. All games have to go somewhere. Oh, there we go, okay. Can I please paintball you? There we go. Alright. Scout fly's too easy? I don't think it's too easy because like finding the I feel like finding the fight should not be a challenge unless you make it interesting. I think the problem with scout flies is they're just not very interesting. Like, I find it such a wasted opportunity to not have like a research bar that actually contains research. Like, you know, if you fight a monster long enough and you see like certain moves of it, you get like a compendium of how these moves work and how you can counter them. Like, you know, one of Monster Hunter's biggest weaknesses is that it doesn't tell you enough about the boss fights. Which to some is its greatest charm, but sometimes can really fuck you over. And I feel like the obvious answer to that is just to make it so that research actually entails seeing various moves that a monster has, and then like learning about its weaknesses, its specific animations and things like that in a hunter's journal kind of deal. You know, Like, with a Cantor, if you throw a sonic bomb, I think, into his mouth while he's preparing to shoot a beam, that like stuns him for really long. And, you know, don't tell me that at the start, but if I fight him like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, and I try to do that sometime or whatever, just like, you know, show me that information. He's going to number 3, okay. Like, I think that would make research and all that stuff way more involved. And, you know, make it tied to how you find the monster. Say, okay, when you first have a monster, you don't know where it is, and as you get more research, you're given like a general area, like you know, you can think of it like a heat map where it could be, and then finally at the end, when you really know a monster, you get like a precise location. Elemental DPS checks are nuts. World's DPS checks are so annoying, but also I kind of love them. Like, I'd be straight up lying to you if I said fighting Alatreon in World wasn't one of the funnest experiences I've had in my life, but I absolutely understand why people don't like him. Like, the mechanic itself is complete ass, but at the same time, I can't lie, I had so much fun with it. It's one of my favorite gaming experiences, bar none. So, you know, it is what it is. Alright, come on. No, don't hit me, you stupid thing. Oh, did we kill him? I can't tell. Yeah, we killed him. I can't tell because he doesn't have a theme song, so there's no theme song to end. Never been a huge Monster Hunter guy. Well, you know, it's not for everyone. Like, Monster Hunter is something that you need to, like, put effort into liking. And that sounds bad, but it really is. Like, when you first play Monster Hunter, there's a very high chance you're gonna fucking hate it. Like, it just is not something that is... Let me put it that way. With Monster Hunter, the core concept is super appealing. Like, a boss rush where you get stronger by sticking the boss's bones onto your head as a hat? Yes, please. But then you play the games, and they have these quirks about them that make them very hard to enjoy unless you already enjoy them. And so with Monster Hunter, you need to give it, like, I don't know, 10 hours, which is a big commitment. You need to give it 10 hours before it gets good. And obviously that's a ridiculous statement. But despite that, people get into Monster Hunter all the time. And for good reasons. I think Monster Hunter is dope. It is my personal, like, zen game. Like, right now, I might be fighting a giant circumcised dick, but I am also relaxing. Is it like a good starting game? Monster Hunter World for PC and PlayStation and Xbox, or Monster Hunter Rise. Both of them are perfect starting points. They're the 2 newest games, and you'll have fun with them. Maybe Rise over World, just because World has a lot of asinine shit in it, whereas Rise is like straight into the game. The trade-off is Rise pretty much doesn't have a story, whereas World has a story, so you have to decide. I think you will enjoy Monster Hunter depending on how stubborn you are as a person. I can see that. Like, that sounds about right. I'm taking too much damage, but I'm playing really carelessly. Let's see. You'll try the demo? Awesome, dude. Have fun. Everyone wish MacGuffin a lot of fun in Monster Hunter. Because it is genuinely one of my favorite... maybe my favorite franchise at this point. The only one that comes close I can think of is Metal Gear. And Metal Gear has that unfortunate Metal Gear Solid 5 ending, which, you know, is good. I like it. But it's just not as strong as I would have liked it to be. So, you know, Monster Hunter so far has pretty much not missed for any of the games that I've cared about. Alright, let's actually kill this guy. Concentration hours. Hit the lizards until they die and then turn them into hats. That's exactly what this game is about. Although some of them are not lizards. Except in World. In World, pretty much everything is a lizard. But, you know, there's monkeys, there's bears, there's bunnies. There's weird octopuses. There's frogs. There's samurai bears or whatever Gosarag is. Did you play Death Stranding? No. I don't know if I will, to be completely frank with you. Death Stranding feels like one of those things that like is super cool in concept, but in execution is just not very fun. Actually, how many of the MH games have you played? I've played Monster Hunter, one of the first ones versions. I've played Freedom Unite. I've played 3U. I've played 4U. I've played GU and World and a little bit of Rise. So you know, but I started with World and then I went back through them. You know, that's also a way you can do it. And yeah, I also played Stories 2, which, by the way, Stories 2, phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic. Also one of the best games I've ever played. This one is your fav? No, my favorite is World, but World is very intensive on the PC, and I don't think I can stream and game it at the same time at like a reasonable thing. Because even though my PC is a beast, like World just, it sucks your CPU dry so much. You really need, and my CPU is definitely the weak link in my rig, so you know. But yeah, the thing with Monster Hunter is every single Monster Hunter game that you're gonna play, you're gonna probably dislike the first 10 hours of it the first time around. It's just how it is. Like early Monster Hunter doesn't have a lot of the cool stuff once it clicks, but once it clicks, it fucking clicks, dude. Why does the Kezu look like a foreskin? That's just what he looks like, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Nature decided, hey, we need to pay homage to the most frustrating organ on the human body. Yeah, we're definitely getting demonetized. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, it really feels like a click. It feels like things just fall into place, and suddenly you know why people enjoy this game. And you enjoy it too. Are you planning on doing more streams like this in the future? Probably. I mean, I'm up every night late anyway these days. So, yeah, I might certainly do it if people enjoy it. I'll see how many people came around to watch it later, because I can't see live viewer numbers. And I'll decide then if there's an interest, I'll keep doing this. Because, if no one's watching, I might as well just play for myself. If I don't get to talk to people. What's your favorite monster? Astalos. Pretty sure, yeah. I just fucking love Astalos. He's so cool. I love Mizutsune as well. Brachydios, really cool. Rathalos is pretty nice as well. And then I love Rajang too, for obvious reasons. And then I really like Anjanath and Tobikadachi from World. They are really cool. And Odo Garen. Odo Garen is really nice. I picked up the Insect Glaive for the first time and I just thought, yeah, I'm into this game. Yeah, Insect Glaive is really cool to play. I just could never click with it. The insect part of it kind of intimidates me. But yeah, the 14 playstyles, technically 15 in Gen U, really, really sell you on it. Let's see. Kezu for a Nature of MH video. I would like to, but the problem is for nature of videos, I need to be able to reliably record footage. And GU, I can run, but record footage is difficult because of how the game works. Like you can turn off the HUD, but there's like no photo mode. There are no mods that allow you to do that. So the only footage would be of me HUDless fighting the monsters, which I feel like is not as engaging as I want those videos to be. Like, I'm doing a very big nature documentary currently for the Monster Hunter channel. And for that, I like downloaded 4 or 5 mods to like, make certain parts invisible, free cam, time stop, things like that, just to make sure that I can give you like really good content. So, Kezu, unless I might do a Kezu video once Rise comes out on PC. Do you think they should bring Nargante to Rise, or is it too soon? I think they should bring him in like the expansion. I think that makes a lot of sense. Alright. People want the Tonfas back. The Tonfas look so cool. It's such a shame that... In general, it's just such a shame that Frontier died. If you want the history of Frontier, definitely watch Super Rad's history video on it. It's super good. Tonfas and magnet spikes are really cool, or seemed really cool. But I kind of doubt we will ever get a new weapon in the main series. It just feels like we've hit that sort of critical mass where you just have enough options for it to be cool, but it's not so many that it's overwhelming. So, I highly doubt that we will ever get another weapon. And, if we do, I'll eat my words on a tortilla. But for now, I don't have to. Ugh. Oof, let's get into, like, really bad posture. Just to make sure. Ugh. Where's the health bar? No health bars. In this game, you have to like actually know the monsters and try and predict how far you are in the fight by looking at their animations. How do you feel about the upcoming Demon Slayer game? The same way I feel about Demon Slayer. I don't really care about it. Like it looks good. It's just kind of, another arena fighter. Cool. I didn't even know this was going on. Hey, Hyper. Glad you could make it. If you're wondering why I keep looking in this direction, I have the chat open on my second monitor. You're only a true gamer if you enter bad posture mode. Dude, my posture is so garbage these days. It is unfunny. Are there any other games you would like to stream in the future besides Monhan? I guess we'll have to see. Monhan really works for streaming because it is it's chill. There aren't cutscenes really, and you can just kind of bonk. But again, if there is an interest, I might do other things, but we'll have to see. Do some of the MH games have health bars? No, none of them do. There are mods for World that add health bars. A little off topic, but I'm surprised by the reaction of Fire Force. Was wondering if you're going to do a video on it anytime soon. I might. I have a thumbnail actually that I've been working on for a week, because that's how I make videos. I basically make the thumbnail first, and then I think of a video, because I'm just an idiot. Actually, I think we are ready to enter high rank, so we have to do the high rank boss fight, which is a monster that some of you may know. And some of you may not, so I'm just gonna go see him, because I have not fought this monster in so long. Shagaru Magala. I don't remember any of his moves. I don't know any of what he does, except that he does the Frenzy Virus, which is a very cool mechanic. Let's see. Yeah, only stories 1 and 2 have health bars, but usually when people talk about Monster Hunter, they don't include stories, because it is a spin-off. It's not part of the main series, technically. I mean, you can tell it's very different, right? Like, let's see. I also noticed how you changed the thumbnail when the anime adapts itself. Dude, changing the thumbnail is one of the best things you can do for a video that has flopped, because it can give it a second wind. And I love making thumbnails. Like, I got weirdly into Photoshop for like no reason. And so, you know, it's a no-brainer. But sometimes I don't just do it to sometimes I don't just do it to make it more successful. Sometimes I just do it because, you know, I'm unhappy with how a certain video's thumbnail turned out, or I am you know, I thought of a cooler design. So, you know, there are plenty of reasons beyond just oh, let's get money. Although that's always a good reason too. Let's get you out. Let's also take more nullberries with us. That's the tech. Yep. You know, I've been doing YouTube for 3 years now, and I've learned so much about the website, about like technology, about myself. Like, it's a hobby that I think a lot of people should try out. Ooh. Heaven's Mound. Yeah, I have not fought this guy in years. Your favorite Poogie costume? Dodohama. There we go. There he is. Alright, buddy. That's Exhaust Blade. Yeah, some YouTubers just get really cucked by the algorithm, like Shuck and River Dude. It's really unfortunate, because they're both cool people. But I've been really lucky with that. Like, I've never had like a big problem with like YouTube guidelines. And I don't know why that is, why I've been spared. Oh shit, I need to. Yeah, so his element, the way it works is when you first get infected, because it's a virus, you see that bar under my name, that purple bar? Yeah, if that fills, I get like a huge debuff. However, if I do enough damage to him before it fills, it turns into a buff. Into an equally huge buff. It is very cool. It is in fact one of the coolest mechanics. Yep, there we got the buff. Nox Taco as well. Well, I think Nox doesn't have to worry too much about it because he's really big, right? Like, he has 1 million subs. And probably other revenue sources. But of course it sucks for anyone. Actually, one of my favorite monsters, not gonna lie, Shagaru is so cool. Although I think a lot of that also comes from like his role in For You. Like, I don't think he'd be as popular if it weren't for the fact that he's the only monster in the entire series that ever has like an actual character and a story presence. But yeah, I love the frenzy state. Like, I think it's such a cool idea that like rewards you for playing aggressively and stuff. Luxtag was kind of annoying. I used to really dislike him. Because I thought, oh, he's like the worst part of the anime community. Now I think he's just careless. And, you know, I think about him in the same way I think about PewDiePie. Where, like, he's not actively malicious. I think just some of the things he says and does are unfortunate. But, you know, he's also very successful. And I really don't want to make any judgments on someone I really have no clue about. But yeah, I used to get so annoyed at him. Especially, like, the Bakugo dies meme that he pretty much ran to the ground. Because I know the guy who, like, made that meme for the first time, and like it was very annoying seeing like a friend's idea get taken like that. But you know, memes aren't really copyrighted, so I suppose you can't be too mad. Alright, let's go. And we got the buff again. But in general, you know, being a content creator has made me a lot more accepting of other content creators that I used to think were annoying. Mostly just because once you see the process behind it, you start realizing that it's really not that serious most of the time. Like, obviously there are people who are like terrible, you know, Griffey being an example. But, you know, most content creators that a lot of people dislike, where you just have unpopular opinions on things, which really, all things considered, is a very minor crime. Like, as long as you, like, don't harass people and are not, like, a bigot or whatever, I'm not, like, super mad about it anymore. I think in general, I've gotten a lot chiller ever since I moved out. Didn't he steal his avatar from an artist and never credited him? That I don't know. If that's true, that is very shitty of him. In general, I am glad that you know, crediting art has become more of a deal, especially in Anitube, because there was definitely a period where like people just did not care. Like they would just nab any DeviantArt post for their thumbnail. Fuck. Alright, buddy. We need to do you some damage. No, I said do you some damage, not me. Oh, shit. I think that's my third... Only my third ever feint in GU. Fuck. Shagaru gets hate? I didn't know that. I thought Shagaru was, like, really popular. Because again, you know, everyone played for you and everyone liked it. Nux is annoying, but he's got his audience. Well, yeah, he has an audience, I guess. It's always difficult for me to not be... Because his audience are obviously younger, generally. And it's always difficult for me to not be at least a little judgmental. But, you know, it is what it is. You gotta get that bread. So I'm not, as I said, I'm trying not to be mean about things. Do you think animators in Japan will make better bread eventually? Not anytime soon, because as much as like it has become known lately, you know, the industry has been very notoriously fucked for at least half a decade now, maybe even longer. So, you know, I don't think it's gonna change now. Like, what's gonna happen is that MAPPA's situation is gonna implode, and it's like some important and well-known outlet is gonna cover it, and then maybe things are gonna change. But before that, kind of don't see it. Because yeah, MAPPA is disgusting. Like, honest to God, MAPPA is so annoying as a company. Everything you hear about them just makes them worse. Man, watching the stream makes me think I might have to actually pick up and play GU. Hey, if you can, do it. It's like permanently on sale these days because everyone is jumping into it after Rise dropped the ball with the endgame. So yeah, do it. It's a good time. There's plenty of still active like Discord servers where you can find hunting parties. It's very good. I just prefer playing solo. Or correction, I prefer playing solo or with people I know like from IRL. I am really not good with talking to like online people, and it's definitely held me back as a creator. But you know, you can't really go against like your personal limitations very much, especially in like a job that is like stressful like this. Although I know some people are gonna be a bit miffed that I called content creation a stressful job, but it is in its own way. Obviously, I'm not not a firefighter or whatever. But it comes with its own challenges that, you know, can wear you down. And so then, you know, you want comfort and you don't necessarily want to deal with super crazy new things all the time. Come on. Let's get this buff. Oh, fuck. I haven't known what to start with Monster Hunter. Start with World or Rise. Whichever console you prefer, Switch or PC, or the like mainline. Ah, fuck. I think we're getting blighted. Yep. But yeah, World or Rise are the best starting points for Monster Hunter. They are intuitive. They are modern. You could start with GU as well, but GU is still very old school, and you will feel that the moment you play it. Yeah, demos are also available for the other ones. Alright, come on. Yeah, Mappa getting Chainsaw Man is so cursed. Because it's gonna look great, and it's gonna give people the impression that Mappa is like some reliably good company, when really it's just, you know, if you throw enough manpower at a wall, eventually something good happens. But at the cost of that manpower's sanity and health. So, you know, what can you really do? Like, that's the problem with the anime industry. You can't do anything. As a Westerner, especially. Like, at best, you can just try to, like, raise awareness and mention it. And make sure that Japan knows that we know, but, you know, that's kind of it. There's much else we can do. I mean, if you have a translator that you know and that you like, you can support them directly on, like, Pixiv or Patreon. Some of them have that, but even that isn't, like, flawless. Like, was it Studio Shaft that established a Patreon for their animators, and then the first thing they did is they spent it on a massive, like, streaming PC for their CEO to stream on in his free time. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but we've been new. Like, all really any one of, like, us can do really is also just listen to when people talk about these situations. Like, there's not much else. Alright. Come on, Shigaru. What studio would you choose to animate CSM? I don't know. Like, there are a couple of studios that have been doing cool stuff lately, but the problem is I'm not knowledgeable enough on this sort of stuff. Like, I want to say Studio Colorido, or Shaft, or Trigger would have been pretty neat, but I don't know how realistic those things would be. I mean, you know, the eternal wish for all shonen adaptation is Ufotable after Chainsaw Man. So, you know, that's kind of like the standard answer. Maybe Studio Mirror, even though they're technically Western. They have a good handle on, like, the good anime aesthetic. Rip Madhouse. Yeah, the best way to know if someone has no clue about animation is if they say that Madhouse should animate something, because Madhouse, in the way people know it, doesn't really exist anymore. And it's so cursed, because the guy who made Madhouse made it, you know, to be a place for animators to be free and be able to do crazy stuff. And then when Madhouse became super commercialized, he left to fund a new studio, where animators could also be free and, you know, just work without restrictions. And that studio's name was Mappa, which then turned into the exact same thing but worse. And then he left again, and I don't know what he's doing now. I think he has another new studio, again, dedicated to that. But the thing with Madhouse is also a lot of their productions that they're known for are not actually made by them. Like, people point out One Punch Man, but One Punch Man was mostly done by Bones, actually. Like, by Bones' staff collabing with Madhouse. So, you know, it's just one of those things where you really realize that studio names kind of mean nothing, but people are everything. Like, the talent, the actual human beings that make something, those are the real people. Oh shit, I am getting debuffed. Yeah, no way, I'm not doing this. Yeah, fuck. Isn't Sonny Boy animated by Madhouse? Yeah, Sonny Boy is a complete mystery. Like, it's animated by Madhouse and it looks phenomenal. But this is the exception. Like, don't get it twisted. That's not how Madhouse productions look anymore, realistically. But yeah, Sonny Boy is stacked. I just wish I would watch it one of these days, but, you know. watching things and actually sitting down and spending time on something? Nuh-uh, sir. We don't do that in this household. But yeah, if you really want to like keep track of how an animation production is going to be, don't look at the studio name. Look at the name of like the main director, of animation directors, episode directors. That's going to be the big difference. So anyways, directors are the same as One Punch Man Season 1. Ah, cool. I don't think I knew that. Doesn't sound super familiar. Okay, Shigaru, I'm going to need you to die soon, by the way, buddy. Oh! How nice! How polite of him! Hey buddy, thank you. Thank you very much. I can only watch anime weekly lately. I don't know. I've really not managed to watch much anime lately. I watched Fire Force Season 2 with the girlfriend recently. It's not an anime. For TV shows, I'm currently watching WandaVision, and I watched Loki. So, you know. I forgot the name that the studio that effed up One Punch Man Season 2. That's JC Staff, and yeah, they're dying. I don't think they're ever gonna have another project. I think. Because, yeah, Season 2 of One Punch Man was roughy toughy. But I don't know if Bones should get One Punch Man Season 3. Bones is weird. Bones can have really cool productions like Mob Psycho, and then they can have like milquetoast mediocreness like MHA. So, you know. Have you continued Bleach? Nope. Still at the old Kyora fight, because I absolutely just suck at doing anything that requires brain power. Local anime fan, too stupid to read manga. What else is new? And now what about the dudes who did 7 Deadly Sins Season 3? Was that also JC Staff? I don't actually know. 7 Deadly Sins is a bit of a mystery to me. Okay, so we have something special going on. Because yeah, I think this should be high rank. We should have access to high rank now. Studio Dean, right? Okay. I think the only anime of Studio Dean that I've watched is their old Fate Stay Night adaptation. Oh yeah, now I can go to the Soratorium. Who needs me? You need me. But alright. I think, what time is it? It's 2:20. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed, if that's alright with y'all. This was a lot of fun. I think you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know if you did, and we can do more of that. You know, my throat is kind of hoarse from talking about the MHA anime for 2 hours, but it was fun, and I guess I'll see you, I don't know, next week or something, whenever I'm up late again. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye bye. Stay safe.